The world is always branding us, telling us who to be, what to chase, what success looks like. But Jesus tells a different story. Not about image, but identity. Not about popularity, but purpose. Following Jesus means letting go of the old and stepping into something new. This is a story of choosing to follow where God leads.
My name is Cece Mccully, and I'm in 8th grade at Vandevetter Middle School. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm still in the middle of my story. I deal with a lot of pressure, some of it from other people, but honestly, a lot of it is from myself. I got diagnosed with anxiety in 7th grade, and it's been hard trying to not let it control me, but me control it. And I just want to say, if you deal with anxiety, stress, or overthinking, I get it. I really do. Because I'm not always stressed on the outside. I can look normal. I can be laughing with friends. But in my head, it can get really loud. It's like all my thoughts show up at once, and they're all bad thoughts about myself. So here's a real example. One time in my ILA class, we were taking a reading comprehension test, which is where you get a passage the day of, and then you read it, and then take questions over it. So there's no really way that you can study for it. And because of my anxiety, I do get some extra time on things, and I hate it, and I really wish I didn't need it. But I do sometimes. And that day, I didn't get any. And during the test, I started panicking. My brain was like, hurry up. Everyone else is finishing. And then I couldn't focus, which made me even slower and more stressed out. I barely got past a few questions, and then the bell rang. I had to turn it in, and I ended up getting a 50, and it messed up my whole entire grade. And what made it worse is I wasn't just thinking I did bad on a test. I was thinking, I'm dumb, I'm behind, and people are gonna judge me. It's like anxiety turns one little moment into a whole story about yourself that isn't even true. A lot of the pressure that I deal with is internal. I'll think, do my friends even like me? Am I good enough? What if I embarrass myself? And these aren't calm thoughts. It's more like panic thoughts. And then there's also outside pressure too. School stuff just makes everything worse. Grades feel like they matter so much. And I also feel pressure from my parents. But I only know that they want me to do well. But then I realized I think the biggest pressure might actually be the standards that I put on myself. Like, if I don't do really good, I'll feel like I failed. And I'm also a huge people pleaser, so I want everyone to like me. I want my teachers to like me, my parents to be proud of me, and my friends to think I'm a good friend. But anxiety doesn't just show up in school, it even shows up in faith. Like, if I don't read my Bible, I feel guilty. And then I start thinking, is God mad at me? And then I feel even more disappointed in myself. And at the end of the day, it just makes me even more stressed out. But it is getting better. Like, if I look on the past couple of years, it has definitely gotten better. I still have hard days, hard weeks, and even hard months. But I'm learning how to not let this control me as much. And I'm learning how to rest my brain and not overthink. And some strategies that actually help me is sometimes just saying a short prayer. God, I'm stressed, help me. That's it. Not long at all, just real. Or sometimes writing it down. I'll literally write every single thing that I'm worried about because it just helps it get out of my head. Another thing that I like to do is listen to worship music. It really works, and it helps me stop thinking about myself and focus on God. And sometimes when none of that works, I talk to someone, and it makes me feel like life is a little easier and I'm less alone. And good friends help too. Find friends who encourage you and don't make fun of you. Find friends who cheer you on and forgive you when you mess up. And this is the part that I'm still learning, but I really do believe in. Even though anxiety is hard, I know that God has been there with me no matter what. And when I can think clearly again, I remind myself that this is how God made me, and I know for a fact that He does not make any mistakes. And I'm learning how to ask for help. I'm learning to lean on God when I'm actually struggling. And I'm learning that God doesn't love me more when I'm perfect or less when I'm not. That's just not how He is. So I'm standing up here, still in the middle of my story. I don't have it all figured out, but I'm learning that my confidence can't be based on grades or what people think or even being perfect, because that's just never how it works. My confidence has to be based on the truth that God is with me and He isn't leaving me anytime soon. And He made me for a purpose and on a purpose. And if you feel pressure like this too, anxiety, stress, overthinking, people-pleasing, I just want to let you know that you are not alone and you do not have to hide it. Because when you talk about the hard stuff with people that you trust, it starts to lose some of its power. And I trust God for my life. And whatever you're going through right now, you can trust Him too. Thank you so much for listening to my story.